Hello. This is about the fourth part series. I'm talking about Naomi Judd, Little Miss Perfect. Now that is our stereotype of her, Little Miss Perfect. Perfect hair, perfect wigs, perfect nails, etc. Even though she has imperfect children, people who work for her are imperfect. You know, it's this whole notion of perfectionism. You gotta give yourself room to be imperfect. You got to give other people room enough to be imperfect. Now, I have to admit there's some things I am a perfectionist about. If I'm taking pictures, it has to be at the right angle. But you have to give yourself, and sometimes I don't take a perfect picture. You have to give yourself room to be imperfect. The Bible says, you know, be content. This is number 2. Be content with such things as you have. Naomi says she has 77 acres. Amy Grant says she has 700 acres. I have less than an acre. Okay, much less than an acre. Okay, you got to be content with such things as you have. Okay, I got Central Americans on 3 out of the 4 sides of me. If they have a Fiesta, I got to listen to it. If they have a Siesta, I have to listen to it. The 4th of July, those little sparkly things came into my yard. So now I have to get a sprinkler system because by the grace of God, my yard didn't catch on fire. If they have a siesta, I got to listen to it. I got to look at 20 cars within all noises. I got to listen to it. If I had 77 acres, I wouldn't have to see anybody all day, every day. If I had 700 acres, I wouldn't have to see anybody all day, every day. Okay, I wouldn't have to see anybody. You know, celebrities always find a reason to whine. You know, they got 2 McMansions, they still whining. Okay. So, I think that number 3, some coping mechanisms, maybe you can get to keep mental illness at bay. I mean, it may be in your genes or whatever to have a mental illness, but I think there are certain things you can do to keep it at bay. You can get yourself a hobby to keep your mind busy. You know, I like to knit and crochet, and there are a lot of other hobbies that I do. You know, to avoid arguments, I stop talking definitely after 5, but definitely after 7. You know, sometimes I stop talking after 1 o'clock. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, whatever. But I stopped talking. Okay, that cuts down arguments, any kind of arguments, to about 90%, 95%. Okay, so that's how I deal with things, okay? I shut down. I literally don't say anything. I shut down and I shut up. And sometimes it's after 1 o'clock. But look, this whole notion of perfectionism, you don't have to be perfect at all times. Nobody around you has to be perfect. You know, another thing you can do is eliminate negative influences, negative people out of your life. You can exercise. I'm big into that. Be content with what you have. You don't need 5 blenders, okay? I think you should do what gives you peace. Okay, if you go to a club, you know that's not going to give you peace because you know they're going to shoot over there. And you might come home dead. You might come home in a body bag. Okay, so why are you going to a club when you know you might come home in a body bag? Why? Because you live on the wrong street. Who knows why you're going to get shot? You live in the wrong street. You're in the wrong gang. Who knows? But sometimes I think you can keep mental illness at bay by, you know, just keeping yourself busy. Be content with what you have. You know, you don't have 400 acres, but so what? You don't have 400 acres. You just don't have it. But like I said before, you can get rid of a lot of these obnoxious behavior. You can render these different cells powerless. Have a nice day.